Right, Shalom. When the start of Zos by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Makar Kodash. Right, double honors to the apostles of GMS. Right, and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. Right, you know, with the Hebrew Israelites, right, we come out here week in, week out through the power, spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, right, to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Right, yeah, we're going to jump into scriptures, see where the spirit leads. You know, Zos, Lord's edifying, you know.
This is Ezekiel chapter 37 from the top. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones.
Yep.
And caused me to pass by them round about and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Right, so those dry bones represent the children of Israel, right? Can you get me that in Proverbs? Congregation. Yeah.
Read it again?
Yeah, read it again.
Right. Sure. And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Right, and that, look, like we said, that's representative of the children of Israel. Right now, man, you look at some of these jakes, you're like, man, this is the prince of the pool, right? And that's one of the reasons why the heathens round about us, right? That's one of the reasons why they look down upon us when we tell them that, no, actually, we're the real, you know, Israelites, right? You know, we're the Judites, the Benjamites, the Issacharites, right? The Gadites, right? Because look at the condition that we're in, a lot of dry bones. Got that one in Proverbs?
Proverbs 21 and verse 16, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right, so the man that wandereth out of the congregation,
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding.
Yeah, so where's the understanding coming from? These scriptures, right? And let's be real, is anyone, right, apart from, you know, the men whom the Lord has bestowed the Spirit, actually trying to live by what is written in these scriptures? Right, no. Right, so if you ain't following what the scriptures say, then you're walking in the congregation of the dead. Right?
Carry on. Precept. This is John chapter 4, verse 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So those valley of dry bones, hey, with Yahushai, the elect are what? With Yahushai, the elect are coming back. They're being nourished and they're being, the waters not making them come out of a dry state, basically.
Yeah.
You know? Let's go back to Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Right? This is back in Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Right, and once again, you know, when you know the understanding of the scripture, you see jakes, and then you be asking yourself, can these bones live? Right, so for instance, like you see jakes that are lost and bugged out, right, and then you look at it, it's like, man, can they, you know, will they ever receive that they're an Israelite? Right, and that's what was being asked back then. Right, bringing it into modern terms. Is this guy ever go and get it? Can this guy get it? Can he get the truth? Right?
Right? And I answered, O Lord power, thou knowest.
Yep.
Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
Right, so basically, starting off with the apostles and their teachers on down, right, that's what's happening now. Right, the Lord has set up his men, right, to come out and preach the word unto the people. Right, and in that is putting the breath back into them, the understanding, which we don't have to get it, but in Genesis, right, when he says, and then it breathed breath into them, that's what it's talking about, gave them the, you know, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right?
Precept.
Yep.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Right, so we read what the great, it means by dead bodies in Proverbs 21:16, right? And that great city is America, Babylon the Great, right? Babylon go back to Genesis 11 from Babel, right? You know, see, this guy's is babbling, right? Based talking on confusion, so the land of confusion, right? And if America ain't the land of confusion,
right?
Where and what is it, right?
Yeah, use your noodle. You know, you're gonna call it, go, you know, it's actually upright.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it's fucked.
Just to add on to that point, we read in Ezekiel 37, it's a valley, and a valley is a low place. You know, and spiritually, America's a very low place, man. Okay, it's very, very morally low place.
That's right. Yeah, and it says, shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
You going to it, bro?
Yeah, Sodom and Egypt. You know, what's America known for? Legalizing they've legalized homosexuality amongst all their states. You know, you got a bunch of shirtlifters walking around, with rights. You know, that's what's going on over there, man. You know, and then you flip the dollar bill and you see a pyramid on the back. That's the Lord gave us some clues, man. That's how we know that great city is really talking about Babylon the Great, which is America. You know, AKA the great city, the hammer of the whole earth. You know, who's got the strongest military on the planet? America. You know,
and the amount they spend, right? Is more than like the next several countries combined. And the majority of those countries are their own allies. Right? It's crazy. Right?
Yeah, you're talking about drag queens, going to, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, you got that Desmond, 11-year-old Desmond, he's famous over there on YouTube,
Desmond Sosa.
Yeah, he's like a 11-year-old transgender, and he's famous, man. He's one of the biggest YouTubers, man. Drag queens teaching kids at kindergarten and shit. That's what America pushes. Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt.
Oh, and I just looked it up now. The Egyptian pound, it's got a sphinx on it. He ain't even got the pyramids on it. But the America does, man. That's the modern day Egypt right now, man.
Yeah, why have they got a pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? You know?
What the fuck has that got to do with America?
Which that represents bondage. That represents slavery, man.
Oh, and that was when all the tribes were getting oppressed.
That's right.
In Egypt, man.
That's right.
And now, hey, all these tribes here on the sign are over there in America. We got oppressed all together, man. That's in the scriptures.
Get yours. The preset.
Isaiah.
Oh, you get
Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14, the Lord, that's the spell, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
Right, so as the brother was talking about, you got 11-year-old Desmonds. 11-year-old Desmonds being lifted up in high esteem in his kingdom, man. That's a perverse spirit. Right, the things that these people in the world, consider to be good and proper, right, is perverse. Right, you speak to anyone in this world, right, whether it's a Jake, whether it's an Edomite, Ishmael, if they're especially if they're in the West, right, you speak to them about adultery, they'll be like, oh, it's her choice, innit, bro? Right, and all of that sort of stuff. That's a perverse spirit, man. Right? Yeah, you said, but okay, what if that happened to you? Wouldn't you cry? Yeah, but I'll cry, but it was her.
They have no morals.
No morals,
which is why it's known as that valley. Or that low land. Because they have America is morally degenerate, man. It's fucked up over there, man, and that's why, hey, shalom to all you brothers in America, man. Especially you apostles, elders, shalom to all you double honors, man. Because America's that low land. Bro, it's fucked up over there, man. Brothers are going through some shit. We gotta get out. Yeah, exactly, man.
Because what's one of the things in the Brexit talks? Right, they're like, nah, we don't want that American food coming over here.
Exactly,
right?
Right.
Right, the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
That's right. Sirach 10. So have you got a quick one?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Vilest men. Esau's being exalted at this point in time. So his way of thinking, in fact, Slut, real quick, can you get me Habakkuk? Spirit's not upright within him. Right? If his image is being lifted upon the earth, right, then that means the things that he stands for is being lifted up. Right? For instance, you be speaking about what you call it, let's say women, for example, right, when you're in the world at work or whatever, right, and the energy that these men push up is the whole thing of, but if whatever the wife says, that's not what we gotta do. No, that's not what the scriptures say, right? Because Esau is a bitch, right? That's his spirit. You gotta have a
over here in the UK, she wears the trousers, mate.
Yeah. And don't say it with a laugh.
Yeah, and then they'll laugh. fucking faggots,
Fucking
man.
freaks, man.
And
You
if
know, you fuck your woman, she don't fuck you, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Wow, but
she
this
takes
is-
Rod.
This is easy.
And if you
Yeah, but this is Esau. That's what I'm saying. Because of his vibration.
Yeah.
Remember, the scripture
Yeah.
says what manner of man the ruler of the city is.
Yeah, we've got
Such
to
a
go.
all day. Oh, there you go. You know.
Yep. Let's grab this real quick. We'll jump onto that.
Habakkuk 2 and 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him,
Yeah.
but the just shall live by his faith.
Speak on it.
Yeah, man, so his soul, like Esau, he turns everything upside down, man. He wants to, like, you know, decay everything. So if a woman, he wants to put a woman in power, all right? He wants the woman to be over the man, and he wants the man to be proud of that. Like the brother was saying, like, you might, yeah, she wears the trousers, mate, and they'll be proud of that. And if you try and assert any manner of, you know, alpharism upon them, they're gonna look at you like you're the devil, man.
Yep.
You're oppressing your woman and she's in chains at home and she needs to be freed.
Look, man, what
That's
you
the kind of
fuck
attitude they
this,
have.
But the elites, they got the women in check.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got precepts.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah 32 and 6. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity. They practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord. To make empty the soul of the hungry, you Jakes, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
Yep.
The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. That's the elites, man.
Yep.
That's straight precept to what you just said, bro. You know? Meanwhile, they're putting all these things on you, but are they keeping it themselves?
They ain't keeping that, man.
But they're the wicked, man. You know? And right now, they're ruling the earth, man. So with these elites, these Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, we're their slaves, man. All these people here are their slaves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, even the elites, like when it comes to, like, you know, the birthright and stuff like that, they leave it to the sons, man. So they don't exercise these, you know, these opinions and notions that they push out for everyone else to follow. Man.
Yeah.
They do things, you know, somewhat to a traditional, you know, biblical structure when it comes to, you know, how they deal with their money and certain things in their families, man. So they're hypocrites, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's all about the destruction of everyone else and their own empowerment.
Right. This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself.
So we read in Habakkuk 2 and 4 that his spirit is not upright. So the judge of the people is his spirit. The judge of the people's spirit is not upright. So carry on.
So are his officers.
Yep.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Yeah, so that's why you see, you know, the manner of the people that you see, right? Their thought patterns, the things that they do, right? Everyone out here is all bugged out, man, right? You actually listen to what, when you're actually listening to what these people say, they got demons on them, man, right? Yep.
An unwise king destroyeth his people.
Yeah, and that's what Esau's doing. He's not only destroying Jake, he's destroying Edomites as well, right? What kind of a king is that?
But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Yeah.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Right. So you read that throughout the scriptures. Go to Daniel, right? For instance, the Lord says, "Look, man, you know, when the Lord brought down Nebuchadnezzar, right? That was all for him to. Lord then said, look, it's to show you that I'm the one in control here, right? You think you're in power, right? You think you're so great, but look, man, I'm bringing you low so you know that I'm the one in power, right?
And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right? So Esau, the Lord put Esau in power, right? But in due time, the Lord's going to set up someone that is profitable, and the only people that are profitable for the earth, right, for the people of the earth, is the children of Israel, right? Like we speak on, you know, whenever the scripture comes out, right? Everyone thinks that the so-called Chinese, right, which are really the Moabites, everyone thinks that they're going to be next, right? But go over there to China, man, right? See how they polluted the land in the way that Esau's done, right? See how they eat all manner of abomination.
I'm sorry, how are they gonna get next if they rule the world? We will be eating rats and dogs.
Exactly.
We will be eating cockroach soup.
Exactly.
They're fucking heathens, man. You should be upset that some mongoloid fuck incest cunt is ruling over you, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the Chinese, man.
Yeah.
The Ammon and Moab. They're from incest, man. They're from Lot's. When you go back into the story of Lot, they're from Lot's daughters having sex with Lot after Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed. He was fucking yacked, and they basically, you know, exactly when he was asleep. And then what happened? And babies, Ammon and Moab got produced out of that, and that's where you get Mongoloids from. When you see someone that's Mongoloid and that, they're basically Moabites and Ammonites, man. But now that's a whole nation of them.
That's right.
If they rule, you're gonna be eating. They think they got next, but really they're nothing but heathens and carbon copies of Esau, man.
That's right.
Everything Esau does the HPM great ship battleship. They do their own version,
Exactly.
their own tech. They got iPhones over there called what do they call it? Ling Lang phones or whatever. They got their own shit. Xing Zhang Wu phones.
Yeah.
But it's an iPhone technology.
Yeah.
They just copy Esau, man. That's why the Moabites and Edomites, they get on so well, man. They get on so well.
In a business suit.
In a business suit. Where the fuck's your Ying Dynasty suit? Where the fuck's your Ying Dynasty garments, man?
Yeah.
You fucking heathens, man.
That's how you know they've been conquered, huh? They're conquered, man.
They're being conquered by Esau, man.
You're trying to be a sovereign power, but you're wearing your oppressor's suit, man.
But first of all, China, the word China goes back to China, as in cutlery. And cutlery and bowls and all that. That's what that means, China. That's not who you are. You're Moab, man.
That's right.
Right? That's who you are, man.
And all you heathens, your names are going to be beaten into you, man. Right? You ain't going to be, in the kingdom of Israel saying, no, but I'm this nation. No, like, you're Moab, boy. Right? You're Esau. Right?
Yeah,
And
like
a lot of them,
yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. A lot of them Moabites are fucking probably Edomites anyway. Like you see and all that. Because Esau, look, just like Jake's a mingled seed, Esau's a mingled seed, man. Esau's seed is everywhere too. Remember, who rules the earth? Esau, man. So he's passing his nasty seed through the nations, man.
Oh, China's got one of the highest population on the earth. They got 1 million standing army. But why are they taking over the earth? Why are they going and infiltrating different countries? Why is America doing that?
Yeah.
Because that's where the power is, man. Edom's hammer, man. Not in Moab. Moab's got no power, and they're not going to have no power.
Yeah, because really Esau rules over there. You know what I'm saying?
When the British went over there, it was game over, man.
Yeah.
They stamped on their necks, and they never recovered from that.
Well, Hong Kong's writing now because they want freedom from. Really, they want to be linked back to China, basically, back to who they are. You know what I'm saying? But they're writing to free themselves from Britain, basically, because Britain's had control over Hong Kong for a long time. Rothschild, man, Juntao and all that. Juntao was a white man. You think Juntao's a fucking Moabite? He's that rich. He looks like a Rothschild. That was Juntao. He was an Edomite and he had control of the triads and all that.
Okay, precept. I can read this. This is Job 9:24.
That's the spirit.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right, so, brothers were asking, right, brother asked, China's got 1 million man army. Why haven't they taken over? Because look, man, it ain't for the Moabites to have the rulership of the earth, man. Right? If I can get 2 Ezra 6 and 9.
2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the hand of the word.
Right, so we just read that the earth has been given into the power of the wicked right now, right? And who's the wicked? That's Esau, the so-called white man, right? So he's the current ruler, right? The last ruler, right? Of the nation before what?
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Can I get Daniel 7 and 18 as well? Right, so Esau is the end of this world, right? And Jacob is the beginning of the next world, right? And it ain't gonna be a thing of like, we gonna, fuck up like we did. For generations, Israel's been fucking up, man. Right? You go back to the time of the judges, you read literally every chapter, the Lord's like, may have mercy on these cats. And then it's at the end of the chapter, Jacob's fucked up again. And where do we end up? Back in captivity.
Fuck.
Right? But it ain't gonna happen this time. In fact, we might someone hold me Hebrews the 8th chapter about the new covenant. Get this real quick.
Yeah, Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Yeah, so Israel, we gonna take the kingdom. It's gonna be given to us, man. Right. Through our big brother Yahweh Shai. Right, he gonna come back. Right, put these nations in subjection, right, and we gonna get the next king, right?
And possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Right, so we gonna possess the next king. So when it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right, what that's talking about is in the next world, right, we gonna have the kingdom, and then we ain't gonna lose it, right? And if I can get this, this is why we ain't gonna lose it.
This is Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Right, so this is the New Testament, right? Carry on.
Now, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
Yeah.
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
Right, so what's going to happen in the new, what the New Testament is, right? Because you had the Old Testament, which was when with Moses, right? But this is the New Testament through Yahweh Shai, where the Lord's going to put His laws in our inward parts, right? The children of Israel ain't ever going to go off in the kingdom, right? And if Israel, and when you read Deuteronomy 28 and what was it, 16 or 15 or 16, right? Basically said, look, man, if you do good, right, you're gonna get these are the blessings you're gonna get. If you don't do good, these are the multitude of curses that's gonna come upon you. And that's what Israel has been going through. But the New Testament is that we ain't gonna go up, right? Which means we ain't gonna be cursed like we were, right?
Which means we're going to be blessed.
You're gonna be blessed.
And to be blessed, it means what? Literally for nations to bow down.
Yeah, that's right.
So these nations, man, they're going to serve us.
Yeah.
Oh, you know in Watchmen, when Dr. Manhattan was going through the Vietnam fields?
Oh, yeah.
And eventually he was so big, eventually people just started bowing down. They put down their plowshares and the weapons. They started bowing down, man.
Oh, what? War no more.
Yeah, I'm holding that. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor.
Yeah, so it ain't gonna be like now where, you know, we've got to come out, as we read in, for instance, Ezekiel the 37th chapter, and be like, yo, you know, you're an Israelite or whatever, what have you. Right, everyone's gonna know, all of the Israelites are gonna know.
Reprogrammed.
Yeah, reprogram, right, carry on.
Right? And every man his brother saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest.
Yep.
For I'll be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more.
Right, so that's the best thing about being an Israelite, man. Ultimately, the Lord said when Isaiah 14, sorry, real quick, Isaiah 14 and 2, and 1, in one, real quick, sorry.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1, and it says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
So the Lord's ultimately going to have mercy on the children of Israel and will yet choose Israel, right? So any, you know, Esau's, you know, he's sending up his prayers, you know, making Jake go off, right, in the hope that we'll be destroyed, right? But when you read, what is it, Jeremiah 30, nearer the end, around about the 30th verse, it speaks about if Esau can do this, do that, then the Lord will do away with Israel. But the things that the Lord says for Esau to do, he's unable to do. Basically meaning,
yeah, we'll go into the heavens.
Yeah,
you know,
measure the heavens.
Yeah, in the ocean, the sea.
Right? Because ultimately, read that again.
It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Right, so we're going to get our land back, man. Right now, some imposters living in our land, and the whole world thinks that he is us. We're out there telling them, look, man, we're the Israelites, right? And they don't want to believe us. Yeah, you actually, because I work with some Amalekites, man, right? And then you might, you know, guys all eating that pork and all of that shit. And I'm like, but you know, when it was the Passover, according to their calendar, man he hardly gave a shit. He hardly gave a shit. And I'm like, but people think you're the real Jew. But we're the real Jews, man, right? We're the real children of Israel, and in that day, there ain't gonna be no question about it. We're gonna shine.
The Spirit bears witness.
Yep.
You know, we're always making an account right there where you see these guy rats who pretending to be us, man. They ain't got no spirit akin to the scriptures. Yep. They're not really about the Bible, man. They're hey, man, they're about living their lives, man. Do as thou will. They don't give a damn about the scriptures. That's why they'll go live their life and do whatever the hell they want to do, man. Do you think they care about the land of Israel? Not really. Most of them don't even want to be in the land of Israel. You know?
It's like it. Go on, bro.
Hey, so I was gonna say another geezer, he was talking about his holiday destinations, right? And he was like, and I'll quote, I've never had so much pork in any other country than in Israel. That's what he said. And his wife is Spanish. If anyone knows how them Spanish eat pork, right?
was going to say, you remember that woman that came down to the GMS London Central Camp, the old camp, circus, so-called Jewish woman, and she was basically like, she had bare abortions.
Oh yeah,
remember that woman?
yeah.
So they're wicked.
I remember the way her daughter looked at her like, oh.
Yeah, she didn't even know. That was headline news for her, man.
Yeah. So we finish this.
Yeah, I'll finish this off. And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Right, the Israelite foreigners.
Yep. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
That's right. That's right.
That's it.
What we got?
I got a precept. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
Right. Yes, and the word creature, you don't think of no like animal. Creatures means something created, man. We're all creatures, right? Because we was created by the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? And you know, when you read either further in Isaiah 14 or 13, always get confused. Right, when Esau's brought down, the whole earth is going to be at rest, man. That's what the scriptures say, right? It says the whole earth is going to be at rest. Even the trees are going, the fir trees, they're going to celebrate this man's downfall, man. Right, because he does nothing sustainably. You get these vegans, right, that say stop eating with their placards and shit, right? It was cut down from trees, ironically. Right, their placards and shit saying, oh, you don't eat meat because meat is evil. Nah, Esau is evil, man. He does nothing in moderation, right? Because even now, you know, they said the thing in Latin America with the avocados, because they're over farming avocados so much now, you get certain parts of Latin America that haven't got enough water because all the water's being used to farm avocados, right? So are now avocados evil? Nah.
So there's a documentary on Netflix. It's like a war on avocados, man. People are getting wigged for avocados. Like they'll go to like someone's what do you call it? Where they grow something, where they grow things, like a farm for a particular fruit or whatever, and they will murder that person and take over the farm, man. That's how bad it's getting with the avocado.
This is why, or this is what happens when the earth is not governed by the laws of the Heavenly Father, man. When you got, you know, Esau, you got these other nations putting in their own laws to how to deal with things. Everything's all messed up. There's no balance, you know. Because none of these things are, you know, none of these things are evil. Like I was going into, man. We have access to the whole earth, you know. But when you overdo something, when you don't let the land to rest and so on and so forth, you don't give the land service and all that kind of stuff, man. You're gonna pay for that in the long run. Okay, you're gonna pay for it, and this is why life is so fucked up. There's not enough resources for the people on the planet. It's just because you're overdoing it. You're not giving heed to the scriptures. And just to give context of the creature was made subject to vanity. This is why you got to read things in context, man. Because that's like brother said, it's just a creation, right? But he's speaking about a particular one. He's speaking about the children of Israel. Okay, and this is why you have to go precept on precept, line upon line, man, to get understanding of what he's actually talking about. You can't just go run away and just go, oh yeah, that's talking about anything. No, it's referring to something, man. Okay?
This is Mark 16 and 15. And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Yeah, so he's not talking about everybody, every person. It's in a particular creature. And like I said, you go precept one precept, you get the understanding of who that, or what that creature is talking about. Okay, because the Lord ain't here to try to save everybody, man. He's showing his countenance at times, man.
Hey, Volker Malone, he disagree with that.
Oh yeah,
you know, see, creature.
The devil does disagree. He's contentious, you know.
That's one of his character traits. But it's true because also you got to remember when the scriptures were written, they were written to Israelites. So they were sort of like we might be at the camp. We were like, look, man, we're the salt of the earth. Right? Now Edomite who was in the crowd can't then come, yeah, he's talking about me too. No. I was referencing all the brothers up here. I was saying that to Israelites, man. Right? So what you're saying is true. It says that in Isaiah 28:13, precept must be on precept, line upon line.
Can I get a quick one?
Yeah.
Matthew 15 and 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right.
Cut and dry, you know? This gospel's for the house of Israel, but only the elect in this time is going to obtain that. But the rest are blinded.
Which is what?
Hey, the scripture says that my sheep hear my voice, I know them and they follow me, man. Like the brother said, it's only the elect that are truly following Yahweh Shai correctly, the right way, man. You know, you can't just be a wanderer following Yahweh Shai. You got to follow him the right way, man. You can't come up some other way. You got to follow him the right way.
Yeah, I'm following him, but I can't put down this, you know, this pork. You know, or I just can't stop committing adultery.
Yeah.
You know, nah, bro. You know, the true followers are gonna worship Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
You know,
There's those obstacles. I remember one jag in the world. You know, he was